What's up, Fantasy Pros fam? My name is Andrew Erickson. Today I'm going to break down my top 10 biggest surprises from the 2023 NFL Scouting Combine. Let's jump right in with number 10. Tank Dell, wide receiver, Houston. College football's leading wide receiver from 2022 measured in at an underwhelming 5'8" and 165 pounds at the Combine. We knew he was small, so that's not surprising. But what was more shocking was Tank Dell's disappointing 40-yard dash time at 4.49. There was a defensive lineman who ran the same exact time at 282 pounds. If you're going to be that small of an NFL wide receiver, you need elite speed to combat your lack of size. Although his 10-yard split was very good, the combined lack of size and speed has me completely hands-off drafting Tank Dell in rookie drafts. Let somebody else draft the slower version of Tutu Atwell, who can't get off the field when it's too windy. Did I also mention Dell is already 23 years old? Just another thing he has in common with Atwell. Number 9, Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama. My man must have been chugging milk before measurements because Bryce Young weighed in at a whopping 204 pounds at the Combine, despite being listed at 194 pounds on Alabama's website. Hitting the 200-pound threshold was huge for Young, whose biggest flaw is anything but football-related. It's just his small stature and frame. Whether the additional bulk is legitimate remains to be seen, but NFL GMs and executives can at least rest somewhat easier knowing Young weighed the same as Russell Wilson when he first entered the league. And besides, Young seems to have no problems overcoming his light weight as the Heisman Trophy winner in 2021. Does size matter for football players? Of course, but not as much as being good at football matters. Number 8, Bryce Ford, wide receiver, West Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found this year's Tyquan Thornton. Bryce Ford was completely off my rookie radar until he went absolutely nuclear in the drills. 6'4" and 220-pound wide receiver ran a 4.38 40 and finished with a vertical jump in the 95th percentile. His closest comps per mock draftable include Martavis Bryant and Andre Johnson due to his rare size and speed. However, let's not force Ford too high up the rankings as a legitimate top rookie receiver for fantasy. He didn't break out until his age 22 season this past year and posted the fewest total receiving yards among all FBS receivers with at least 100 targets. Still, the elite athleticism profile is enticing enough to make Ford worth the flyer in late rounds of rookie drafts with his projected draft capital on the rise after his impressive showing. When in doubt, chase the athletic freaks. Number 7, Tajai Spears, running back, Tulane. Spears boosted his draft stock dramatically as a buzzy player at the Senior Bowl, and his atomic rise up the draft boards continued at the NFL Scouting Combine. Spears weighed in at 5'10" and 201 pounds. He did not run the 40-yard dash, but instead nearly jumped out of the building in the explosive drills. His vertical jump of 39 inches ranked in the 92nd percentile and was second to only Chase Brown. Spears' broad jump ranked third in the class at 125 inches, which ranked in the 89th percentile. The Tulane running back will be one of my top rookie running back targets after he posted a 31% dominator rating, finishing 5th in FBS in rushing yards, 2nd in rushing touchdowns, and 4th in yards after contact per attempt. Throughout his career, he boasts an impressive 3 yards per play, which ranks 7th best in the class. It's a great indicator of future success at the NFL level. Draft Spears and reap the rewards. Number 6, Kayshon Boutte, wide receiver, LSU. Boutte was straight booty at the Scouting Combine. Downright horrible performance across the board for once highly touted prospect out of LSU. He finished last in the vertical jump with the 2nd percentile and second to last in the broad jump, 30th percentile. The former Tiger also underwhelmed with a 4.5 40 time at 5'11" and 195 pounds. You know what's really bad when his closest comps are guys that only degenerates would know about? Who else remembers LaVon Brazil or Rashawn Scott? Me either. His massive fall-off since his freshman season will no doubt hurt his draft capital come April. His early age production remains salivating, but fantasy managers need to proceed with caution amid the flurry of red flags. Before I get to my top 5, let's talk about Fantasy Pros Premium Giveaway. Subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel and comment below on this video because when you do, you could win a free upgrade to Fantasy Pros Premium. Whether you're looking for custom mock drafts, salary cap draft tools, or in-depth analysis of your fantasy performance, Fantasy Pros Premium has the tools to help you win. Unlock the most powerful fantasy tools in the industry. Don't want to wait for the giveaway? Sign up today at fantasypros.com/premium and start playing smarter, not harder. Now, let's get back to the list. Number 5, Lucas Van Ness, edge, Iowa. I left one slot for a non-fantasy relevant player on this list because he deserves the recognition. Because when the dust settles, Iowa's defensive lineman Lucas Van Ness will be a top 10, if not top 5 pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. Van Ness didn't even start at Iowa, and he finished 4th in total pressures on true pass sets in 2022. He tested off the charts at the Combine by running a 4.58 40-yard dash, which ranked in the 91st percentile. His overall relative athletic score at 6'4" and 272 pounds is Trayvon Walker-esque. You know, the guy that got drafted number 1 overall last season. LVN is the real deal, folks. Number 4, Darnell Washington, tight end, Georgia. Rookie tight ends usually don't get much love, but this class is loaded. And the freakiness starts with Georgia's Darnell Washington. The 6'7" and 264-pound pterodactyl posted a 4.64 40 time and jumped 122 inches in the broad jump, 88th percentile. But his most impressive feat by far was his 408 20-yard shuttle, which ranks in the 97th percentile. There's moving, and then there's moving for a man as large as Washington. No wonder he averaged over 16 yards per reception in college. He's an absolute mismatch nightmare. Just keep your fingers crossed he doesn't go to a team that loves his blocking ability. That truly is the bane of our existence with tight ends in fantasy. More blocking equals less fun. Number 3, Zac Coons, tight end, Old Dominion. The tight end class looked strong even before the testing, but Zac Coons' performance was face-melting. A former Penn State transfer who declined offers from Alabama, Michigan, and Ohio State, I literally knew nothing about Coons. Not many did. But now the Old Dominion product is a surefire lock to be drafted perhaps as early as day 2, because he's one of the most athletic tight ends to ever test at the combine. Ever. Get this. At 6'7" and 255 pounds, first in the vertical, first in the bench, first in the broad jump, first in the 3-cone, second in the short shuttle. Absurd. For tight ends to hit in fantasy, they need to be athletic more often than not. Coons fits the mold to a T. I'm excited to tight him as a late round darling throughout the rookie draft season. Number 2, Marvin Muss, wide receiver, Oklahoma. Mims was emerging as one of my guys in this overall lackluster wide receiver class, and his NFL Combine showing cemented his status for me inside my upper echelon of rookie wide receivers. The Oklahoma Sooner ran a 4.38 40-yard dash, 93rd percentile, jumped a 39.5-inch vertical, 92nd percentile, and posted a 6.9 3-cone drill, 72nd percentile. His impressive testing, early age production, deep threat prowess, and ability to win after the catch are all reasons to be in on Mims for rookie drafts. The dude still isn't even 21 years old yet. The sky is the limit for Marvin Mims with guys like John Ross, Antonio Holmes, and Devin Hester coming in as close comparables based on his athletic testing. Number 1, Anthony Richardson, quarterback, Florida. Measuring at 6'4" and 244 pounds, Anthony Richardson showed everybody at the combine something we've never seen before to position himself as the league's next fantasy football cheat code at the quarterback position. He's the most athletically gifted quarterback we've ever seen at the combine with 4.43 40 speed, 90th percentile, and he's the new record holder in both the vertical and broad jump. I can only imagine the NFL coaches are licking their chops to get this guy in the building. And as fantasy managers, because the upside Richardson can deliver if he hits is the number 1 overall quarterback in fantasy football. He can be the number 1 overall fantasy quarterback. We all knew he could add value with his legs after averaging 60 rushing yards per game in college, but the extent his uber athleticism would offer was beyond even my wildest dreams. Shooting for the moon is shooting for Richardson as my number 1 ranked rookie fantasy quarterback because life is too short to take the safe route, go big or go home, and that means you go with Anthony Richardson. And that completes my top 10 NFL Combine surprises list. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. And of course, leave a comment if you agree or disagree with my list from the Underwear Olympics.